Hey folks, ever think you have an easy kill turn out to be ridiculously difficult? Well, let's take a look at this one. Now, I don't know about you, but I thought I was going to be able to go in there, kill him with one shot, and be done. Instead, it took 7. So, I kind of felt a little gypped and decided I needed to go in and see exactly what was going on. So let's look into it, frame by frame. So first we're setting up. I get my shot at him, he throws up his shield, and I waste a shot. Now I'm coming in. You can see he's moving to the left, and now I'm in an angle to the left, and I'm decently on target, a little to the right, and whoa, look. Notice something? I wasn't shooting there. So what's going on? One thought might be prediction error. As he's moving to the left, he stops. I'm still moving, but unless he's a really lagged out player and he was moving faster, I just can't get that angle of error to really match up with the differences in speeds that change here. It just doesn't make sense to me. Instead, what I think is happening is that if you watch here, the shot is being triggered before the aiming. And you can kind of see that here where I'm coming in at this angle. So the shot goes off here. And then the targeting kicks in. And oh, hey, I at least get a breaker hit. So that's one thing to be aware of when you're moving at an angle relative to a target, is that your targeting may not actually take place until after or somewhat in the middle of your first shot. And so what should have probably been a kill turned out not to be. I had, a breaker hit on him and a nemesis flying off into God knows where. So the next shot we line up, and it's going to be a whiff again. You can see my nemesis shot speeding off, and my breaker here shooting far to the right, and maybe I'm getting a little bit on him with the right breaker, but the important thing might be, well, how did this happen? Well, we have to go back to the moment of firing, which is about here, and I'm a little bit to the right of him, and so just the slight difference, the closeness of the shot, and the degree of error in my aiming being a little bit right of a prime and profile is what messed up this shot. But this is more what you see, the big explosion, right? That kind of obscures everything and makes you wonder what's going on. The next shot, again, a little bit of aiming error on my behalf, but I do maybe get a little bit of hit on him. Next one, it looks like the shield saved him. It was pretty much on target, but we can see this reflection here coming off the shield, so the breakers probably were outside of the shield. He was probably inside the shield the moment before firing. Same with the nemesis. There is going to be a slight delay between what you actually see and when you actually press buttons. It's being fed back to you from the server. So next shot, and this is just the problem with fighting very close, is that if you're manage to get a little bit off target, you will lose your vertical aiming, and so now I'm just shooting up and to the left of him. You can see my nemesis is not even anywhere in the ballpark because of that. Maybe I got a slight hit on him with the right breaker. And now we go, he's moving to the left. I am now tracking with him to the left. And you can see here that there's just, again, a little bit of aiming error. And now we go to the final kill shot, and this time he dies. So there's, I'd say, three things to take away from all this. The first is that when you're firing your first shot, just understand that the aiming mechanism is not necessarily taken into account, and so you're going to end up with shots spiraling off in whatever direction you were traveling prior to the targeting system actually aiming appropriately and delivering your shots where you intended. So the only way I could really see to fix that is to be facing the target when you aim, or moving in the direction of the target when you aim. But if you want to be strafing like I am here, that doesn't really work out well. So you just have to expect that you're going to lose that first shot. The second thing, of course, is that you have to worry about your aiming errors. And if you're off even a slight amount in close range, then you're going to be losing a lot of effectiveness. And that comes to the third point, which is, a lot of people talk about the Nemesis Breaker having a butter zone, and this is a pretty good example of it. You're just not really you're not getting a lot of spread, and so if you have even a slight amount of aiming error, especially when you're fighting a prime inside profile where there's just not a lot to hit, you may just having your shots fly right past it, even though you have these animations that look like you might be hitting target. You get some pretty big explosions that kind of obscure the firing, and it's worth keeping in mind by the time you're seeing these animations, your bullets are already flying off. Your explosions or whatnot occur pretty much after the shot has already been fired. They're kind of obscuring what's happening. And so you might think, oh, I got a hit. But in reality, your Nemesis bullets are flying off, and because you weren't aiming properly at the moment before. So I hope that is informative and helpful. I think it would be nice if Momend fixed the targeting error problem on the first shot. But otherwise, sometimes you just have to aim better, and this is one of those situations. Though it can be very hard to do when you're trying to kill someone close up and everything is going fast. But hey, there's always room for improvement.